What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, finishing up the Draft Connected Franchise Mode series. I wasn't originally going to do the 2017, but I figure, the ratings, I tweaked the overall ratings a little bit so they're not the exact same when I finally release my Madden 18 rosters, but all the prospects are pretty much there. It's not a complete project, or else I probably would have released them to you guys, but it's certainly... I felt it's a worthy video to do. Plus, I want to get, a little opportunity to play with some of these young rookies. It's probably going to be a difficult season. Obviously, a team full of rookies, especially guys that aren't even officially in the league yet, might be a little tough. But we're going to try our best. I think we did the Cleveland Browns. Might as well just do the worst team and throw all the rookies on them. I'm going to say we're probably going to get like 4 or 5 wins, but we'll see what we can do. So let's take a quick gander at the roster of all the prospects that we got here. All right, we'll just reorder that real quick. So we'll be starting with Mitchell Trubisky, who we gave a 74 overall rating. Same with Deshaun Watson, 74. It really is a race between these two, I believe, to be the first quarterback selected. I'm not going to say that, one of these guys is a franchise guy. I mean, certainly there's the outliers of a Patty Mahomes or a Deshaun Kaiser, or even a Davis Webb, in my opinion, that can eventually be the best quarterback in this year's draft class. And that's kind of what comes down to, selecting a quarterback high in a Trubisky or a Watson, is that there's no real clear-cut franchise quarterback or safe option this year. So it's really all over the spot. But we will use Mitchell Trubisky, as I do think I have him slightly ahead of Deshaun Watson. Even though Deshaun Watson is my favorite quarterback throughout this draft process, I do think Trubisky will be the best one. At the running back spot, of course, we got Leonard Fournette with an 81 overall. Usually for Madden ratings, the top elite prospects get between an 80 and 83, depending on how generous they want to be. I think Fournette will probably get a low 80 next year. Depending on where he goes, he might have Rookie of the Year on lock. We got Dalvin Cook, 75, McCaffrey, 73, and Joe Mixon, 73. The ratings are a little bit different when they get imported to the Browns offense. I think I actually have McCaffrey a point ahead of Dalvin Cook, and Mixon is a point below Dalvin Cook. But, I mean, that's how it worked out. But let's be honest, we were pretty much going to use Leonard Fournette as our primary back in this game anyways. But lots of talented running backs in this year's draft class. This is only some of them. There's still a couple guys that are on free agency that I wasn't able to re-sign just because the roster got filled out. We have no fullback right now. No love to Sam Rogers or Freddie Stevenson. At the wide receiver spot, we got Corey Davis here with a 78 overall, in my opinion, the best wide receiver in this year's draft class from Western Michigan. Hopefully he can have some sort of pro day / private workout, and we can get the word and the buzz out over Twitter about how he looked in those drills. We got John Ross there with the 99.99. Everyone knows him as the 40-yard dash king. He's going to be absolutely overpowered in next year's Madden. I think he is going to go right the fuck over a lot of people's defensive backs. He's going to be very fun to use. We got Mike Williams at a 76, the big, long, rangy jump ball specialist, and Zay Jones here at the fourth wide receiver spot, who may have the best hands in this entire draft class. At the tight end spot, we got O.J. Howard, who bumps up to an 84 in the Browns scheme. A lot of people are saying that he may be the safest overall prospect out of anyone. Even if that's I think people that say that over critiquing and overthinking the Myles Garrett selection. But O.J. Howard very well could be the safest, highest ceiling prospect in this year's draft class. And then we're going with the all-out receiving threat, Evan Ingram, who I didn't give him an 80, jumps up to an 80 in this scheme. And then we have Jake Butt, who probably would have been in the conversation for the top tight end role with a 76. No David Njoku, who's still in free agency, but he is in these rosters when I eventually release them. Left tackle, we got Ryan Ramczyk, will be our starting left tackle from Wisconsin. I think he will be the first offensive lineman selected this year. I think he'll probably go to the Denver Broncos. Who knows, really? But he's a 78 overall. Left guard, we got Forrest Lamp, who is another guy, played a lot of tackle. I think he'll probably will transition to the interior of the offensive line at the next level, but a very solid offensive lineman, another guy with a first-round grade. Center, we got Ethan Posich. I think he probably will go in the second round, but a monster of a center, 6'7", 310 pounds from LSU. Incredibly versatile. I think he can literally play every spot on the offensive line, and if you have a really good offensive line coach, he is definitely worth the gamble on. Right guard, we got Dan Feeney from Indiana, 75 overall. We also included Deion Dawkins from Temple, who has a 72 overall. Feeney, until really Forrest Lamp, got analyzed, and people saw him not so much as a right tackle or an offensive tackle as a guard. Feeney was regarded as the top interior offensive lineman this year. And at right tackle, we got Cam Robinson from Alabama, as well as Antonio Garcia from Troy, who had a pretty bad rating. I think he says 71, but he fell in the Brown scheme. But Cam Robinson with a 76 overall. As you can see, we're probably going to get stomped in a lot of these games because our roster's just not that good. But, I pretty much expected that before I even made the video. Defense side of the ball, left defensive end, we have Solomon Thomas with a 79 overall and Derek Barnett with a 76. That's kind of a hot take, really. Who's the better of these two players, if you're considering them to the left defensive end? Solomon Thomas is definitely the much more athletic prospect, but Derek Barnett's production at Tennessee, obviously breaking Reggie White, the GOAT, sack record at Tennessee. He is very productive, but we will be rolling with Solomon Thomas as our starter. Right defensive end, we have Myles Garrett, who is the highest overall of any player on this roster with an 85 overall. He's pretty much the consensus first overall pick, I think, in this entire draft class. And we got Taco Charlton, best fucking name ever, with a 74 overall. Defensive tackle, we're going to have to move that. Sorry, Danny Shelton. We're going to go with Malik McDowell as the backup with a 74 overall out of Michigan State. Guy with a lot of upside, more so questions his effort. But Jonathan Allen, who, outside of I think he has arthritis or something like that in his shoulders. I personally believe he is a for sure top 5 prospect and top 5 talent in this year's draft class. He's an absolute animal. Left side linebacker, we're going with Tack McKinley with a 76 overall. We also have Tim Williams, 74 overall from the University of Alabama. I think Tack McKinley will be the first of these two guys to be drafted. Incredibly athletic outside linebacker from UCLA. I'm pretty sure he was like a track and field kind of guy. More suited, I believe, for a 3-4 scheme outside linebacker, but I think he is so athletic you could probably play him in any scheme. For middle linebacker, we got Reuben Foster and Jared Davis, two of my favorite prospects in this year's draft class. I've seen quite a few mock drafts lately have Reuben Foster going in the first round to the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think he'll slip past the New Orleans Saints. We have to wait and see. And we have Jared Davis from the greatest university in all of America, Florida Gators. I think he's going to be an absolute incredible middle linebacker. I think he has potential to be even better than Reuben Foster, but I'm not going to let my bias, really overthink that. I think Foster right now is a better prospect and has better durability, but Jared Davis is going to be a beast if he somehow slips to the second round, which I don't think. I think he's a first-round prospect after a very good pro day at Florida. He's going to make a lot of money in the NFL. And then right outside linebacker, we have T.J. Watt, the brother of J.J. Watt with a 74 overall. And then Hassan Riddick from Temple with a 76 overall. Hassan Riddick is an animal and really was one of the combine workout warriors that we saw this season. Here with the 76. The cornerback spot, we have Marshawn Lattimore, who have the top gig with a 78 overall. Outside of durability concerns, he may be consensus the number 1 corner. I had Sidney Jones, who here is the 78 overall. Before his injury, personally was my number 1 corner. But just because of the production value, I'm never going to admit that, or never not going to admit that Marshawn Lattimore is not the better athlete. Then we have Tease Tabor with a 76 in this scheme, and Garyon Conley with a 74. Both those guys had the same overall. I think as Eagle fan, we might have to look at Garyon Conley as our option. Free safety, we have Malik Hooker with an 80 overall. Obi Melifonwu, for example, is still in this game. I just didn't have enough salary cap here with the Browns to sign him. So we went Malik Hooker, who has a nice 80 overall. A lot of people are comparing him to saying he's the next Ed Reed, so we'll be able to see what he can do for us this year. And then we're pairing him at strong safety with Jamal Adams, who is another one of those guys that's entering the conversation of the safest pick in this year's draft class. But I think with Jamal Adams, obviously you're not getting the ball hawk ability that you do get with a Malik Hooker, but Jamal Adams can do it all, very versatile at the safety spot. So there you go, guys. That is our roster. There's still a bunch of guys actually on free agency. I've pretty much, usually every year, I come with most of the consensus first and second round rookies when I release these rosters, so there's plenty of guys for you guys to use. But this overall is not that good, and I think we will struggle a little bit. But let's sim to the midseason point and see where we can get to. So what's going on, everybody? Now it's time to take a quick look. Yeah, dudes like Jabril Pepper, dudes like Obi Melifonwu, well, they're in the game. I didn't have enough cap space, and they're not going to start, especially at the safety spot over Hooker and Jamal Adams. But yeah, there's a bunch of guys I just didn't sign because I don't have enough salary cap. But yeah, they're in the game. Like I said, anyone that you can think of that's pretty much going to go in the first or second round, I have created in this roster. The ratings are different, like I said. I'm going to finally tweak them, and I still have a couple more free agents that I need to sign to the rosters. But realistically, when I release these rosters, they're going to be about 95% accurate. Obviously, there's a couple players that just I can't release them because of league. Especially right now, I kind of have to wait till after the draft until I can release my rosters because there's plenty of guys that aren't on teams, but I can't release them because it will really fuck with the actual roster. You know what I'm saying? You can't cut him, then we'll be below the league minimum for tackles. A bunch of that is right now on a couple of the rosters. So once the draft is figured out, I can modify those things and release my final rosters. And there was someone in the other live stream that was like, C4, you should just charge for the rosters. But, you know, I'm not going to charge for my rosters. That's just pretty, you know, dick move, I believe. So we're 2-6. Like I said 4 or 5 wins. We'll simulate to next week because we have a divisional matchup against the Ravens. Yeah, that fucking, Zach Cunningham, another dude, he's in there. That sucks for you, that whole bomb thing. I've literally not... Oh, we got 3 wins. There we go. Nice. I've not been paying attention to any of that junk, but it seems somewhat hot. As long as Russia, leaves Canada alone, I feel bad for you guys. Is Marcus May going to be a steal, or are you not high on them without being biased? Marcus May is going to be a steal. I think he's top 5 safety in this year's draft class. But here's a good comparison. I thought Keanu O'Neal and Marcus May were pretty similar. I thought like their games, their talent-wise, their ability to transition to the next level in the NFL, thought they're pretty much identical. And Keanu O'Neal was a monster last year, probably the best safety at times, probably in the whole fucking NFC. He was playing at a very, very high level. So I think Marcus May, durability concerns, but he's going to be a stud for anyone that picks him. But then again, I think a lot of people are on Florida are going to be very good. Let's rock and roll, baby. Come on, Cleveland. Come on, Trubisky. We'll start with Leonard Fournette. We'll get him rocking and rolling. What's going on, everybody? So yeah, this is like I said, there's no upload today. This is literally the first day in probably 5 months that I didn't actually have like a video ready to go and upload it. Like I said, I had some issues earlier on in the week. Everything's fine now. We had some with the kid, unexpected things could happen, so I didn't have really enough time to schedule a video. But you still get this video. It's pretty nice. And yeah, like I said, next week, I expect this weekend that I'll be done recording. Oh wow, that was bad. Done recording all of the mock drafts and just have them scheduled to be uploaded. So that means I'm bringing back Eagles Connected Franchise Mode, bringing back Toronto Huskies Connected Franchise Mode, some other things, some other surprises that I have that you guys will be seeing. But yeah, this is the last of the Draft Connected Franchise Mode live stream. So that means the next live stream you guys are going to see will either be a Madden Great. Oh my god, that was terrible. A Madden Great episode or all-time college legends. So we're getting back to those. We're going to finish those ones up sooner than later. Who's the biggest sleeper in this year's draft class? I think one of them could be Davis Webb, the quarterback from Cal, just because he's kind of on the outside looking in terms of all the quarterbacks. I don't think he's that far off. So we're getting bodied here a little bit. Hopefully we can make a nice little touchdown and make it a 1-touchdown game at halftime. Thoughts on Big Ben's retirement issue? Well, did he commentate and say he was going to play? Boom! There we go. Corey Davis, touchdown. Let's get it. Yeah, did Ben Roethlisberger tweet that he's going to be back this year? I thought that was pretty surprising, though. I thought, he's having like some of the best years of his career now with that offense. It's a very quarterback-friendly offense. I don't know why he wouldn't want to stay and try to pad his stats a little bit, but then again, he's one of the more miles on him, I guess, for a quarterback. He's been beat up throughout his time in the NFL. Oh, fuck. That would have been one hell of a catch from O.J. Howard. But I'm going to say Big Ben got at least 2 more years left in him. He was probably just salty about how things ended last year. Oh, we hit O.J. Howard. Oh, we got all our timeouts. We'll burn one right now. Do you think the Eagles try to get Richard Sherman? I do not. There's no way feasible unless literally we trade like Lane Johnson that we're going to be able to like fit him on the roster. Oh, that was a good play. 22. Good pass breakup. Is that Jimmy Smith? He's a good corner. What up, everybody? Patty Mahomes to the Steelers. Maybe in the second round, yeah. That's gonna be really interesting though. If Steelers draft a quarterback high, maybe there's more than meets the eye with the Ben Roethlisberger retire. I think if the Pittsburgh Steelers take a quarterback within the first 2 rounds, maybe Ben's closer to retiring than we all think. Oh, super linebacker much. All right, we're going for it. Who would you say is the next generational player from this year's draft class? Fournette. Oh, you make that throw. It gotta be Leonard Fournette, man. Leonard Fournette is a freak. If he can stay healthy, I think there is slight durability concerns just because of really how his last year ended at LSU. But if he goes, like I said, if Leonard Fournette goes to the Carolina Panthers, draft that guy in the first round of your fantasy leagues. We go Evan Ingram. Ooh, stiff arm. Big stiff arm with Tavon Young. What's going on, everybody? Once again, looking like another solid live stream. I tried my best to advertise this one. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to have another opportunity. I might actually live stream Sunday night. As we had John Ross for the touchdown. We need that big time. Yeah, I might try to get back into the... Well, that's the thing. On the weekends, when I live stream in the afternoons, basically when I can, they do pretty well. Some of you guys can tune in. It's a little bit easier on the weekends because school and work and stuff. But yeah, I really want to jump back into like the Madden greats and the college roster legends. Like I said, I got about... There's plenty of those videos to go around. Like the college roster videos, we got about 10 teams left, so those will be done sooner than later. But for the Madden greats, we barely touched that. So those will be running all the way up to Madden 18 for some live stream content, which helps. Like I said, there's going to be about 2 months after the draft's done where, I mean, what the hell else can I live stream? O.J. Howard to the Jets? Maybe. They don't really have a quarterback to throw to him, though. Oh, let's go Mike Williams. There you go, bud. Get in there with that big body. That big motherfucker, Mike Williams. 5th receiving touchdown of the year. Oh, shit. We might be able to actually make a playoff push here. I have no idea what the division's looking like. I'm pretty sure the Pittsburgh Steelers probably have a nice record right now, but... Oh, I didn't like that. If you ran a team, Jordan, Skyler, or Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette. I can't let my Florida Gator bias overlook the fact that I think Jordan Skyler's going to be a very good running back. But Leonard Fournette is Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette is like LeBron James of football. He probably could have went to the pros like right out of high school. Oh my God, just backing right out of field goal range. Offensive line is throwing up a goose egg here. Who do you want the Eagles to draft in the 1st and 2nd round? Perfect draft, the perfect dream draft, would be Marshawn Lattimore in the 1st and Joe Mixon in the 2nd. Oh, that was a bad throw. Fuck off. What's up, Wes? What you ask? What do you think of Samaje Perine? I think he will be a solid pro. He'll be a nice power back, red zone back. Hopefully he goes to a team that has like a smash and dash, a team that needs a power game. Who'd be a good fit for him? Realistically, like if the Raiders pass on a running back early and they want to roll with, maybe if Marshawn Lynch comes back, but if not, they have Washington and Richard. Maybe a Perine would fit in Oakland. A real chain mover. Third and 9, huh? We'll go with that. I like that tight end pass. I just fucked that up on the last one. Mixon and Conley, yeah, that'd work. Florida Gators or Eagles? Eagles every day. Even though I will say right now, oh, come on, Corey Davis. Got to make that catch, bro. I'll say right now, overall, if the Eagles weren't playing, college football, to me, is a little bit more exciting when you get a good college football game. But, oh, no, don't get a touchdown. Hey, we stopped him. There we go. Big win over the Baltimore Ravens here in Thursday night primetime action. Trubisky 262 and 3. Let's get it. It is possible that Lattimore slips, especially with the injury concerns, but I don't think he slips past, like, looking at who has to pick in front of the Eagles, I don't think Lattimore would slip past the Saints or the Cardinals. I think both those teams would jump all over that. But there's a chance. What would you do if the Eagles drafted Dalvin Cook then Sidney Jones? I'd be upset because I don't really like Dalvin Cook. He'd be good. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, fuck next season because we get Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook he's a solid back for our scheme. He's just not my favorite back. If you told me the Eagles right now, running backs that fit our scheme, Dalvin Cook, Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, I'd like Mixon and McCaffrey over Dalvin Cook personally. But you never know, man. And I don't think the Philadelphia Eagles would get Sidney Jones unless he takes a big dive in like the 3rd or 4th round. Just because we need corners that can play right now. And Sidney Jones, I personally don't think he'll play any earlier than the first, week 8 probably. Somewhere around that range. If Leonard Fournette is Superman, then the Gators are kryptonite. Hell yeah, baby. Doesn't matter. Fournette, Darius Geis next year, they're not running against Florida. I'll tell you that. Do you think Gerard Evans will be a good backup? Upside, yeah. I think Gerard Evans. People are saying that Joshua Dobbs could be this year's Dak Prescott. I think, personally, Gerard Evans is more close to that comparison than a Joshua Dobbs. Who's going to have a breakout year this season? Interesting question. Clearly it's going to be Alshon Jeffrey with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. There's plenty of guys that can have breakout seasons. Who's like I'm trying to think of like a fringe player. It's easier to predict an offensive player. Oh, great grab, Mike Williams. Let's get it. Move them chains. Do the Jets tank? Yes, I think the Jets will tank. They pretty much are doing like a realistic rebuild the first year, so good luck. I think the Jets get like 3 wins max next season. I think the Jets could finish worse than the Browns. That's where I'm at right now. Oh, John Ross, let's go. What's your thoughts on the Eagles taking a pass rusher, Reuben Foster? Do not, any way, shape, or form, want a pass rusher in the first round from the Eagles unless Myles Garrett tanks and slips to 14. But Reuben Foster, I'd be all right with that. Wouldn't be as stoked as, getting a wide receiver or a corner or a running back, I guess. But best player available, you can't pass on a talent like Reuben Foster. How lit would it be if Cam played for the Gators instead of Auburn? I'd love Cam Newton if he played for the Gators instead of Auburn, but he had to be a fucking idiot and like steal a laptop or some shit. And then I think Urban Meyer still will be on Florida if we had Cam Newton. Oh my man, Mike Williams is balling, setting us up on the 1-yard line for a Leonard Fournette C4 special. Let's do it. What do you think of Donnell Pumphrey? I think Pumphrey will be a gimmicky player, but he could be successful. Oh my God, let's get it. Just really small. A little bit concerned about his size, because people are like, "Oh man, he's the next Darren Sproles." Donnell Pumphrey put up 5 on the bench press. Darren Sproles put up like 22 on the bench at the combine. They're not the same type of players. That's just like a shitty comp. Oh, 3rd and 1. Let's just hit it with the same goddamn play again. John Ross, Sidney Jones to the Eagles. What would your reaction be? Like I said, man, I don't want Sidney Jones. I'd be all right. Oh, no. Come on, Leonard. Oh, let's get it. That's a first down. What an effort. If that's 4th and... There we go. What a fucking effort by Fournette. Let's get it. I just don't think we're going to get Sidney Jones because he can't play. Unless the doctors come out and say 100% he will be ready for opening weekend. I don't think I could take Sidney Jones. Have you looked into next year's draft? Of course I've looked into next year's draft. Now it's kind of early, though, because you never know like what guys are coming back, what guys are... Oh, there we go, John Ross on the slant. I'm telling you right now, John Ross is going to be incredibly overpowered in next year's Madden. I'm going to try to trade for him almost in every episode. I was answering a question and then I fucking forgot what it was, so sorry about that. Oh, come on. Give me an opportunity. Who do you think we should start? Every time someone says we in my stream, I assume you're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. Joe Mixon. Oh, that was awkward. That was only first down, though. Sidney Jones says he's cleared to play opening week. Of course he would say that. It's fucking... He doesn't want to tank and lose millions of dollars. I had a torn Achilles. I'll be incredibly surprised if he's playing any earlier than week 6. Oh, rest in peace. Do a rebuild of the 0-16 Lions. Maybe. That was like kind of an idea I was pondering, like generational teams. Like, oh, let's do a rebuild of fucking the 0-4 Eagles or something. But, I don't know. What's the demand for a video like that? Oh, of course you'd bite on that. Fuck. C4 thoughts on Steelers not getting anyone in free agency. That's what happens when you don't have a lot of money. You have to pay Antonio Brown. You have to pay Le'Veon Bell. You got Ben Roethlisberger on the hook for a lot of money. I will say I'm surprised that the Steelers have been looking at trades. I think they'd be a team that could trade some players. They got a couple wide receivers that some teams may be interested in. Oh. Bo Scarborough thoughts? I think he's going to be a nightmare next year. I don't know necessarily how Alabama's going to want to run that because they got Najee Harris. They got the best goddamn young running back. Oh, rest in peace. Oh, my God. He got murdered. But, yeah, Scarborough, man, he's a freak. He's a height, weight, speed monster. Oh, come on. Where's the O-line? Not getting any help. I guess we can kick the field goal and they're only down a touchdown. And I guess they are the 6-3 Steelers. This is just a team of goddamn rookies. For the Eagles trading for Sherman, like I said, that's not going to happen. Like, no way in hell that will happen. If Chip Kelly was on the team, maybe. Because I could see Chip just making an audacious fucking trade trying to do that. But... Oh, great. Give me the ball on 4th and 17. Didn't feel like giving it to me on first down. Excellent. Des Bryant, Odell, or Zeke. Give me Zeke every day of the week. Oh, there we go. O.J. Howard with the grab. Flag on the play. Watch that be holding and make it 4th and a goddamn mile. Who will be a better pro, Josh Rosen or Darnold? I'm going to say Rosen just because I don't believe in USC quarterbacks. Oh, that is a killer. Convert first down on that. I think we still have to go for it. I don't think there's any way that we're going to be able to stop them. Oh, come on, OJ. We need that magic again. And yeah. That's what happens. We had that, man. I think we would have had a push to get that down the field. And then a fucking holding call. There's only so much you can do. I guess we'll go for it on 4th down. Come on. And turnover on downs. This game's a fucking shit show. Who do you think is going to go top 10 that no one's expecting? I had a GM say Garrett Ballas. McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey might somehow sneak into the top 10. And it seems like a lot of people are like, he's a late first, early second, or something like that. Yeah, I'd probably say McCaffrey. Maybe Ramchick. Let's see if we can get a touchdown here and pad someone's stats. Best corner ever. Best corner that I've ever seen. Oh, is that a touchdown? That's on the 1. Best corner I've ever seen probably is Richard Sherman in his prime. Like before, like that 1 year Rich Sherman, like the Legion of Boom year. That was probably the best Honey Badger at LSU. He's probably one of the best corners I've ever seen. Like, I legit thought Honey Badger's going to win the Heisman. It seemed like every week he was getting a pick six. I was like, you gotta get this guy the goddamn Heisman. Oh, that's a disappointing effort. Hey, well, you didn't roll over, though. Only lost by a touchdown. Can't believe we got that holding call by Forrest Lamp. Tisk. He's running laps. He's not taking the bus home. He has to walk home to Cleveland. Oh, hey, thanks, Tim, for the donation. What's your thoughts on UCF? I mean, they're kind of like the outside looking in down there in Florida, but they're not that bad. They got, Jesus Christ, what's his name? That corner. They have a corner, Shaquille Griffin, who went and he had an excellent 40-yard time, and then you have like that whole story where like his brother's deaf or something like that. So he's a high character guy. I think he'll have a nice shot at getting drafted. I don't know what he is. He's like a safety or something, safety or a linebacker. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't really know. After they lost, who the fuck? Who was the running back that they had with when Bortles was there? I actually thought he was a pretty goddamn good prospect. What the hell was his name? You'll definitely know but you're probably a UCF fan. Who was the running back they had with Bortles? He got drafted. He was, oh my god, it's gonna drive me nuts. I will take on the Giants. Oh shit, I don't do that. Storm? No, it wasn't Storm something. It was, fuck, jeez. Storm Johnson. Storm something. Yeah, he was good. I don't know what happened to him. I thought he was gonna be a nice prospect. Because I remember we watched, Jesus, were they playing Stanford or something? They had a bowl game with Blake Bortles. I remember me and my buddies won like $200 on that game. That was a really good game. But yeah, team like UCF, they're going to be one of those teams forever. They're going to have a Blake Bortles type guy. They'll eventually get someone that will fall through the cracks in the Florida recruiting pool, and they'll be able to, make a little push, but, not for the Knights there. It's tough. Florida is a tough market. Now you got Lane Kiffin going to, Florida International. So there's another big dog in recruiting. It's going to be tough. But yeah, I was thinking about actually trying to go to a UCF game when my girlfriend's really into cheerleading. She's a cheerleader, actually. But there's like a big cheerleading thing every year in Orlando, but it never really lines up with the football season. But I'm pretty sure, isn't UCF's like the Orlando team, I believe? Or like the closest team to Orlando? I wouldn't mind going to a UCF game. Hopefully Blake Bortles' girlfriend's there. That'd be nice. I'd get a nice little picture. I'd get her to Shadow Beast Mode TV. But I've never been to Florida. I eventually, before I die on my bucket list, going to a Florida-Georgia game will happen. But yeah, I don't know if I like Florida. I'm not a huge fan of humidity. I wouldn't mind going to Miami in the 80s, if you know what I'm saying. But right now, I'm a goddamn father. I got a role model. C4, I'm a Michigan fan. Should I go to one of their games? Hell yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a big Michigan guy, but that stadium looks it's rocking. You got a full stadium there. You could be the next meme, that guy that like threw his fucking head into his hands when they lost or he couldn't believe it. He was a meme for a year. How's FAU going to do this year? Probably not too much. Lane Kiffin kind of sucks, to be honest with you, but I don't know. It's Florida Atlantic he went to. Ah, gross. They're even worse than Florida International. At least Florida International has, T.Y. Hilton. Do you think Chris McCaffrey will be like Gerhardt or better? Chris McCaffrey is better than Toby Gerhardt. Toby Gerhardt was like a limited power back that had to go to the right team, and then he got obviously stuck behind Adrian Peterson, and I think that kind of stunted his growth a little bit. McCaffrey's like worst case scenario, if McCaffrey doesn't really work out as a running back, they'll just fucking try him as wide receiver or something. Or a special teamer. Oh, look at Trubisky using that 4.6 speed right there. 2004 or 2011. Probably 2011. Who's better in the draft, Kaiser or Watson? Kaiser. Oh my god! That should have been C4 special. If we're paying attention, I would have C4 special the shit out of that play. Alright, let's see. Get OJ Howard on the slant. That might work. Oh! Let's get it! Big time touchdown there. Woo! He a bad man. We need our defense to help us out here a little bit, which they did. Let's get a lead. 1st and goal on the 9. Who do you think will be an Antonio Brown, but maybe in a different position? That's tough. Hey, C4, what is the one guy that every scout's going to miss that's going to be phenomenal? Oh, that was a face mask right there. 5th round, mid-round pick. It'll probably be a running back that slips through the cracks. That will be very good because it's fairly heavy draft class. It could be like a Wayne Gallman, Kareem Hunt, D'Angelo Henderson from Coastal Carolina. He could be a playmaker. Who else we got? That's just off the top of my head. Oh! Whoa, it's bad. All right. What am I doing? That's C4. We'll go for it right here. We got Leonard Fournette. We got to keep forgetting we have Leonard Fournette. I keep thinking we're just the Browns. We got Crowell. No, we got Leonard Fournette. Let's get on. Let's get in here. Boom, baby. Who's the worst team in the NFL this year? It's Cleveland. Clearly the team you're seeing right now. Before your eyes. I remember this game where I actually thought the Browns were going to beat the Giants. I don't know why I ever really believed that would actually happen. Oh! Let's get it. Woo! Kilo Witherspoon. That's a good show, too, for a sleeper. What would you do if Eagles traded Carson Wentz for the #1 pick? I wouldn't stop watching football. I'd just watch college football. That's what I'd do. Oh, let's just keep running this. All right, keep rocking and rolling. Leonard Fournette's going to be another guy. Leonard Fournette and John Ross probably going to be like the two beast OP guys to use in next year's Madden. All right, let's switch this up a little bit. What do you make of the Redskins front office? I'd fucking like to party with them. From the amount it sounds like they drink. Whoa, what the fuck happened there? Valentino Blake got a sack because our quarterback. What the hell did he like stumble? Is he drunk? Is our quarterback partying with the GM, the ex-GM of the Washington Redskins right now? And we need to kind of help out the snap count here. We're not really doing a whole lot of making it too obvious. Who do you think will draft Tease Tabor? Ravens, maybe? Maybe Baltimore? You'll be ripping packs in Madden 18? Who knows? Probably not. If I rip packs in Madden 18, best believe I'm going to be making fun of it every minute. So I don't really know if it'll help me out a lot. Do you agree with Mike Mayock and David Jeremiah on their mocks? See, you can't really say that. Because Mike Mayock, I don't think he does his mock draft until actually like the day before draft happens. But Daniel Jeremiah, guys have to do, that are mock draft guys, they have to come up with like 5 different ones. So I feel like sometimes, more often than not, they're trying to be different for the sake of being different. So you can't really put a lot of stock into the mock draft because if it looks the same every time, people are going to be like, well, it's fucking same video. But I do like Mike Mayock personally. I thought it was hilarious when the news bit came out that the Redskins were thinking about Mike Mayock to be like their GM. Like one of the top things was like, oh, just watch his fucking, go to his website and you can see his draft board. It's kind of funny. 142. If the Eagles were involved in a blockbuster trade, what trade would you want it to be? Well, I assume it'd have to be realistic. So who's the guy that could realistically be moved that the Eagles would want? If I'm the Eagles, I would try to poach Tevin Coleman, maybe from the Falcons, or just thinking about like top depth guys that we would need. Yeah, probably Tevin Coleman would be my top guy right now. I can't think of a corner off the top of my head that's like a corner 3 on a team. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I can't really think of a corner 3 right now, so I'd have to say Tevin Coleman. I'd get all over at Tevin Coleman. Nigel Bradham, Pro Football Focus, most improved linebacker. No one talked about him. Yeah, because he's that goddamn solid. You don't talk about guys that if he's not fucking up, that's fine. A linebacker's one of those spots. Jordan Hicks is the guy that makes the big plays. Everyone else aside Jordan Hicks, just don't be mentioned. Don't be like, oh, look at that guy at getting burnt by a tight end or a running back. What free agent did I want us to get? Well, I wanted Alshon Jeffrey, would have been nice. And we did get him. But outside of that, man, I kind of wanted Nickel Roby-Coleman, who recently just signed with the Rams. I thought that would have been an affordable corner signing. That would have been nice. Looking at the contracts of what guys signed for, looking at the deal, man, I remember Logan Ryan didn't get, I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was like 30 mil. But I'm happy with Alshon. That's all I get. Bradley Roby, yeah, that's a corner. On the but again, I think the Broncos are smart. They know that like Aqib Talib's, what is he? Like 31. Roby's probably gonna, try to fight for that starting spot. As Fournette is just closing out this game for us like a monster. All right, let's chew this clock out and get this victory over the Giants. Ah, the Giants losing to the Browns. Hilarious. Oh, get off me, little boy. Get off me. Yeah, the Saints taking Mahomes at the end of the draft. That makes sense. Drew Brees probably has 2 years left, maybe. And I can see Drew Brees just being a goddamn mercenary. I think isn't his contract up with the Saints after this year? Like this year would be his last year. I could be wrong. I have no idea. Who's this guy? Beast Mode Mac. No, it's Beast Mode C4. Who the fuck's this imposer? Guy's a bitch. Fuck this dude. All right, we're gonna spend our XP here during the bye week. See if we can help our team out a little bit. The fuck. All right, let's go here, here. All right, let's see who gets the good overalls after this. Is Richard Sherman worth a first rounder at this point in his career? No. He's probably worth a first rounder to the Seahawks, but I think for other teams, I think if you had 2 first rounders, maybe. But I think he's too. If you put him in a brand new scheme right away, I don't know. That's a risk. That's a big risk. Excuse me. Thoughts on a possible new NCAA football game? Well, if that fucking happens, best believe I'm going to be the best spot on Madden. Along with Mr. Hurricane, who still does NCAA. I'll be the best spot on Madden, the best place on YouTube, along with Mr. Hurricane, to get your NCAA videos. Thinking about doing it. Don't know necessarily if I will actually have time to do an NCAA this year. Maybe I might do it for next year's Madden. But I've had a couple ideas because Florida kind of sucks now, so it would be, a video, a series trying to rebuild the Gators. But again, I just don't necessarily have the time right now. Because now that the draft stuff dies, I really want to shift my focus to powering out and finishing the Eagles in the Huskies Connected franchise mode. I think maybe sometime this weekend I'm going to be doing I was thinking about doing a live stream of one of the Eagles franchise or whatever one, just to kind of go into details of what I'm thinking about. But I may just do a live comm video and upload it this weekend. Because I'm going to have to put it this way, I had to find a way to speed up that series a little bit, or else we're not going to be able to finish them off before next year's game comes out. Corey Davis, let's get it. I think we have some nice stat lines here. How close are you to that new computer? I have to sit down with my brother, and we're gonna kind of map out different, like all the pieces that I need to buy, and then I'm just gonna slowly start to accumulate them. Like right now, it actually looks like I have an Intel Core i7 in my computer, and I guess those are decent. I literally have no idea talking about computers, but everything that I looked at, I think I have like the processor. I think that's what it's called, that a lot of computers have. So maybe I can use some parts that I have in my current computer and then build on that. I have no idea, but I'm going to say just my new computer, I'm going to, obviously if I can wait till Christmas time, that'd be best because a lot of things go on sale there. And my brother said that like the video cards are coming out, and once you just wait till the new video cards come out, then last year's video cards will be cheaper or something like that. But I'm going to probably force a new computer before Madden comes out so I can render videos much quicker. Because for me to render a 15-minute mock draft video, it takes me 45 minutes. And that is fucking unacceptable. I have no idea what parts of a computer would make a render. But I feel like a 15-minute video on a good computer should take no longer than 20 minutes to fucking render. So I need to do that. How many games will the Eagles win this season? I want to be wishful and optimistic and say 10. Oh, wow, that was bad. I think they'll 8-9. They're definitely going to do better than they were last year. But, again, I'm really worried about the secondary. I'm being completely honest with you. I'm worried about that secondary. Even if we go and get 2 good corners, that's still 2 rookie corners. Corner, oh my God, O-line, come on. Corner is usually the toughest position to transition from college to pros. Oh, a 59-yarder? Okay. Best field goal kicker on YouTube? Count it. My baby's doing great. I had my baby 7 weeks ago, 6-7 weeks ago. He's fucking awesome. Put him to bed right before we live streamed. He was being kind of fussy. But I'm already slowly starting to buy him Eagle stuff. I'm going to get him a Carson Wentz jersey before the season starts. We did have Sheldon and Alito start, but we also had Brian Dawkins back there. And then we had Jim Johnson as a DC. I like Jim Schwartz as much as the next guy. But there's only ever one true Jim Johnson. I think Jim Johnson's scheme, because it got so much pressure after the quarterback had to throw it really quickly. He never had a lot of time to stand back in the pocket. So a Jim Johnson defense was very... I don't want to say it was easy, because obviously Lito Shepherd and Sheldon Brown both were probably 2 of the best corners, along with Asante Samuel, that I've ever seen and witnessed as an Eagles fan. But Jim Johnson, because he got after the quarterback, it is kind of in the mold of what Jim Schwartz wants to do. But it was very easy on defensive backs because the quarterback didn't have a bunch of time. It was a quick release. And, just match up athlete against athlete. The technique kind of could be thrown under the rug a little bit in the Jim Johnson scheme. But don't take anything away from Lito Shepherd and Sheldon Brown. Both those guys were incredible. Do I watch any baseball? I fucking hate baseball. I know a lot of Americans love it, so I'm not going to shit talk it, but I hate baseball. Is Vontaze perfect? Oh my God, he jumped that. That was bad. What do the Falcons do to need that ring? To get that ring? I don't know, man. Run the ball. They need to run the ball in the playoffs. They had a ring. They had a ring and they shot themselves in the fucking foot. Alright, come on, let's get some points here. What about basketball? I don't mind basketball. Not a huge fan. Basketball is one of the only sports in real life that I was never good at, though. Maybe it's because I was white. I don't know. I don't want to bring race into things. There's probably need a good white guys. Point guards, centers, if you're from Lithuania. And I'm very bad at any basketball game that's not NBA Jam. but I do enjoy watching basketball playoffs and March Madness. It's exciting when the games mean something. I find that in the regular season, once a team gets down, they're not really going to fucking, the effort to try to come back and win the game might not be so much as in the playoffs, so I usually do watch a lot of the Raptors games in particular because that's what we get here a lot in Canada. Basketball is exciting. What about soccer? Diehard soccer fan. I asked it on Twitter, do you guys want to see me do rebuilds of FIFA? I was always, I pretty much always assumed that that'd be on my second channel, which if you don't follow that, it's in the sub box on the homepage of Beast Mode TV. But, the Beast Coast is the name of the second channel. It's primarily ran by my brother with me doing some videos. And I think next year, maybe this year, we'll start doing some FIFA rebuilds. Because myself and my brother are diehard soccer fans. I know, if people think I know a lot about football, which I think I do, but like a lot of people say like, oh man, C4, you know a lot about football. I would say my soccer knowledge, or football, is almost equal. I'm a diehard soccer fan. Best cover linebacker in the draft. In terms of I really do think Zach Cunningham will be the best cover linebacker. What's your favorite team in the BPL? Arsenal. As depressing as that is. And my brother's a diehard Chelsea fan. Play me 1v1 in FIFA. I'm fucking good at FIFA. I literally haven't touched FIFA at all this year though because I've been doing so much Madden. But I would say that I'm a very good FIFA player. I'm definitely better at FIFA than I am at Madden. I saw Marshawn Lattimore getting picked number 1 and Myles Garrett dropping 8. Well, that was fucking... Is that a mock draft for April Fools? I'll fit that in. Oh my... No way. Not on the deflection. Will J.J. Watt ever be the same after a back surgery? I saw a quote about this that really made me think there's some worry to that. Is no one's ever said, after a back injury, man, my back feels great. It's always a lingering injury. I'm worried. I hope not, though, because J.J. Watt can be a GOAT for sure. And he's exciting to watch when he's on 100%. So I hope he bounces back. But that's a bad injury. Back and neck are probably the two big ones that you don't want to fuck. I think back, neck, and Achilles are the big three right now. I think ACL has kind of slid down because, Adrian Peterson. You can get some Mexican supplements under the radar that can help you bounce back from an ACL. Aubameyang OP. Yes, he is OP. I remember Aubameyang when he played in the French league. I've been running OG Aubameyang in FIFA. Back when he was on Saint Etienne. He was a beast. Still don't understand why Carl Lawson is a third-round pick. There's still questions over Carl Lawson's motor. He had a not great final year at Auburn, but I think he had a very good combine. I think Carl Lawson should be a second-round pick. Third round is kind of garbage. Will Madden 18 have less Madden cheese? Probably not. I'm just waiting for Madden next year's game to be like, yeah, we've actually decided to remove the ability to edit players, and then I'm definitely not gonna play that game. Oh, quick release! The Fournette. We already have 3 picks, and we're still in this game, which is pretty goddamn incredible. Thank you, Bengals, for being the Bengals. Who will be your first realistic rebuild next year? I don't fucking know. I'll probably poll you guys. See what you guys want to see me do. Oh, my God. Oh, my. If we would have been able to get a first down there. But I hopefully 4 sacks from Carlos Dunlap. Florida Gator God. But I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to get EA access so I get the game like a couple days before everyone, so I get them YouTube views. But yeah, I'll probably do a rebuild. Will be the first thing that I do. I mean, Browns is always a safe bet. Browns are always the most popular team to do. So I could see me. Oh my! What the fuck? That was an incredible swat. That's a little pass deflection. No look pass deflection from the linebacker. Madden cheese. Get that shit out the game. How do you feel about Jamal Adams? Could he go possibly 2 instead of Solomon Thomas? Yes, he could. I don't think he will, though, because when I look at the 49ers, I think, I get Eric Reed at safety. I don't know. I don't really think Jamal Adams really can play off him. I think Malik Hooker is more a guy you want to pair with Eric Reed. But you never know. They could trade. I think the Niners. If I'm the Niners, I'm trying to trade out of that pick. I personally think you could bait in the Carolina Panthers to get up and trade for Leonard Fournette. Get the pick that they got from Coney Ely in their first rounder, and then maybe something next year, and let them get Fournette, which would be good for everyone. And then they can move down because they have a lot of holes that they need to try to fill. Oh, John Ross. Let's get it. He's go. Oh, come on, make the stop. God damn it. 2021. Oh, we got to get a field goal. Force OT. Let's go no huddle. See what we can do. Oh! Oh, if Mike Williams was faster, that would have been a touchdown. That was John Ross. Oh, fuck. All right, let's get that. Let's go for the victory here. Go for the dub. Come on, baby. Cleveland needs this. Daddy needs this. Davis Webb, under the radar superstar. Very much. Very much so. Throw it. Okay, we now have to come with a very sneaky play. Let's just go slants. Quick release in case we don't get in. Jordan hit Howard on the slant there. Fuck off. You think Tyreek Hill's going to have more speed than John Ross in Madden? Maybe. But I don't know. I think they're going to try. That's going to be like a gimmick now. Think how much like publicity Chris Johnson got for having that record. I think they'll give John Ross the highest speed in the game. Are you a fan of WWE? I watch a little bit. I need a beer after the game. That's fucking. I don't have a beer right now. Try to save all my beer for the next Chip Kelly rebuild. But yeah, that was. Oh, fuck, that was bullshit. How about Adam Shaheen? Think he's a top tight end? I think he's solid. All right, we'll just play the Week 17 matchup. And then, like I said, it's not going to be a long live stream. I got to go do some family stuff. But we'll play one more matchup here, Week 17. Then take a quick look at the final stats. That's a nice little quick hour-long live stream. We got 5 wins. I thought that was kind of our ceiling, so we might be able to get 6 wins here. Let's see what we can do. You got a favorite MLS team? Of course, Toronto FC, baby. Any of the Canadian teams. I like Vancouver and Montreal, but Toronto is my favorite team. C4, the Chip Kelly Rebels are the best series on YouTube. Thank you very much. I think so, too, personally. But I think the next rebuild that I will do will be one of the revival ones. I think I'm going to be doing the Colts rebuild for next Friday. But again, the end goal for the realistic rebuilds or the rebuild series is to be done at least a month. I hope in 2 months before the next year's Madden comes out, so I'm not burnt out. And then when Madden 18 finally does come back, I'm chomping at the bit to start doing some rebuilds again. Get the creative juices flowing, because I just feel, something like a rebuild, it takes a lot of time and a lot of playing to do. It takes a lot out of you in terms of like trying to come up with unique ways of doing things. So a nice little break from that is good for everybody, I believe. Outside Howard and Njoku, top 3 tight ends. Evan Ingram, Jake Butt, and I think Gerald Everett will be a wide receiver in the NFL. So Evan Ingram, Jake Butt, and maybe Jordan Leggett. Oh, man. Rip my team. Rip. Of course, this will be the game we don't get any fucking snaps. Bucky Hodges. There you go. Bucky Hodges. That's another one. I had him actually go in the second round. You guys are going to see that mock coming up soon. OJ getting out in May? Thank God. As long as he's nowhere near me. As long as I don't see OJ Simpson has moved to Canada, I think I'll be alright with him getting out. I love the OJ Simpson bit, though, from the new Dave Chappelle special. It was good. Shout out to Dave Chappelle. What a legend. So we can kick this field goal here. Oh, I forgot we got Cody Parkey. Oh, that was a terrible one. That might... just shaved in there. Nice. Toronto Bills C4. I want it to happen so badly. I do. I wish they came to Canada. That'd be great. Zay Jones, D.D. Westbrook, Cooper Kupp for the Eagles in the third round. Oh, those 3 guys, Zay Jones. I would want Zay Jones the most. I think the Panthers should draft a center. Well, isn't Khalil good? Wasn't Khalil like one of the best centers the year that they went to the Super Bowl? Oh, bad throw. All right, the way this thing's gone, let's get Deshaun Watson in for a couple snaps. Trubisky hasn't been bad. Let's see if maybe a change up in the quarterback spot can help us out here and bring us back in our final game of the 2017 draft connected franchise mode. A little bit more mobility. Oh! I don't think we get Zay Jones in the third with a new position. No, I think Zay Jones going in the second round, to be completely honest with you. But, you know, you never know. Some team could just see his stats at ECU and be like, oh, level of competition, this guy. He can't make the transition to the pros. Oh! Oh, Deshaun Watson. Oh, that was maybe a bad call. That was exactly what we needed. He would have took that to the fucking house. Landon Collins get Defensive Rookie of the Year. It's going to be tough for his safety to get Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, there you go, Corey Davis. Get you some. Marshawn have another 1,000-yard season. I think he'll get close. But like I said in the last stream, I don't think Marshawn Lynch is going to have as good of a season. People think he's going to come back and like, oh, Jesus, low-key MVP candidate. No. You don't miss it. You don't skip a year of football and come back like you didn't miss a step. Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock are the best comedians. I like Chris Rock, but I'm going to have to say right now my favorite comedians are Dave Chappelle. Well, I mean, Dave Chappelle's OG, but Bill Burr. Bill Burr's fucking hilarious. I like Bill Burr. I saw Bill Burr live, and I saw, what's his name? Jim Jeffries live. Jim Jeffries and Bill Burr are probably my 2 favorite comedians. Right now, but I like Dave Chappelle's good. Anthony Jeselnik's good. I like his edginess. Tosh isn't bad. But yeah, old Billy Redface. I got a picture with him. It was awesome. Timeout. Who's the best corner of all time? I only like saying all time. When I say all time, it's players that I've seen, unless it's Reggie White. But I thought, man, looking at how everything happened, I think, man, Night Train Lane's stats were ungodly. But then again, you kind of have to throw in the level of competition. Back when he was playing, half the guys were like fucking half blind from the war and the smoking cigarettes on the sidelines. So probably prime time. You gotta probably say prime time's best corner. Safest draft pick other than Myles Garrett. Oh, fuck, wasn't paying attention. Maybe OJ, probably OJ Howard. I have a tie really between OJ Howard, Jamal Adams, and Leonard Fournette. Fournette would be safe if he played, was injury free last season. Charles Woodson, that's another one. Charles Woodson's probably one of my favorite corners of all time. He's definitely on that list. But he played like a little bit of everything. Oh my god, Deshaun Watson. Tremaine Brock with the pick. Signing off free agents. Artie Burns, best corner of all time. Very well. He could be the best corner of all time. Oh, this is a rough game here. Hooker's injured on the play. Who's more interested, Aaron Hernandez or O.J. Simpson? Probably O.J. Simpson. Oh my god. Deshaun Watson, what are you doing? Bradley Fletcher, probably the best corner I've ever seen. Bradley Fletcher being on an island against Dez Bryant, probably the best example of lockdown corner play I've ever seen. How do you think Jabril Peppers will transfer over? I wouldn't necessarily want him to start as a rookie, but I mean the upside's there. Just have him learn a little bit, tighten up his technique. I think you got a nice playmaker there. Oh, Corey Davis touchdown. Let's get it. Well, we lost. Fuck. Franchise kicker in the first Seabass. Fuck this beast mode guy. I'm telling you right now, fuck this dude. Won his first major tournament without losing a single game. $100 he did that goddamn fullback dive with Jimmy Graham. Fuck that dude. I bet you that guy could have as half entertaining connected franchise mode as I could. I should copyright that name. C4, you see the Steelers draft in the first round. We're going to have to wait till my 7-round mock draft, but I think we'll be on the defensive side of the ball. Alright, what we're going to do here, guys, is we're wrapping up. Like I said, only a quick live stream tonight as we just wrap up here the Draft Connected Franchise Mode. Hopefully, I'll be able to stream again Sunday afternoon. Maybe I might be able to stream tomorrow afternoon. Very well. Very possible I can stream tomorrow after night. Follow me on Twitter, at beastmode_TV if you already don't, because I will be posting when I stream on that. But like I said, might have a stream tomorrow. Don't know. Let's take a look at our final rookie stats here. We got 3,500 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and 16 picks from Mitchell Trubisky. I think if that's his final stat line his rookie season, that's better than Carson Wentz, I guess. But he got sacked 52 times, so our offensive line was playing like trash. Running, Fournette just got over the century yard mark, 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Again, trash offensive line. Dalvin Cook got himself 6 touchdowns as well. In terms of receiving, O.J. Howard, 64 receptions, 750 yards, 7 touchdowns. Corey Davis, 930 and 5. Mike Williams, 950 and 5. We got 570 and 4 from John Ross. Look at Leonard Fournette doing a little bit of work here in the passing game. And on the defense side of the ball, we got 150 tackles from Reuben Foster, 107 from Hassan Riddick. On the sack front, 6.5 from John Allen, 5 from Tack McKinley. Only 4.5 from Myles Garrett, so that's a little bit disappointing. But then again, I'm pretty sure we're running a 3-4 here with Cleveland, which I fucking should have changed. Maybe we would have had a little bit better luck. And on the interceptions front, 3 from Tease, 3 from Malik Hooker, 2 from Sidney Jones, 2 from Marshawn Lattimore. A pick apiece for Reuben Foster, Jamal Adams. Look, Ed Reynolds, former Philadelphia Eagle, getting in on the action. But yeah, like I said, guys, I will be streaming to, like I said, I don't know. There's a 75% chance I will do some sort. I'll probably do Madden Greats to get that series started chunking away. I don't know. I might actually do just an Eagles Connected Franchise Mode live stream or something dumb like that tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, stay posted on my Twitter. Nice little quick live. Well, not even that quick. We're finishing only 20 minutes less than what we usually do. But thank you guys for tuning in as always. And yeah, stay tuned for on Twitter with updates. Until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.